Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Quickbooks Invoice on Cognito Forms submission. So here I am managing a freelancer agency where I am providing freelancing services for digital marketing such as SEO, content creation, graphic design, etc. For taking the registrations and the bookings for these services, I have created a special inquiry form for my clients and leads with the help of Cognito Forms. I have attached that form on my website, and now my objective is that every time I am going to receive a new form submission by an interested client from my website through Cognito Forms submission, then I want to first of all create an invoice for that client and that services with the help of QuickBooks. To automate this entire process, we will have to set up the connection between Cognito Forms and QuickBooks, and that we are going to do without any coding and any programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step for your business, for that let me take you all towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video we are going to learn step by step that how we can automatically create invoice in QuickBooks for Cognito Forms submission. So here I am a freelancer providing digital marketing services to my clients, businesses and firms. And in order to automate the entire process of invoice generation, whenever I'm going to receive a new booking, I am going to use Pabbly Connect. So here, in order to collect the inquiries of my services from the clients, I am using Cognito Forms. I have created the freelance digital marketing inquiry form and I've already attached it on my website. And in order to manage my finances for my services, I am using QuickBooks. So here my objective is that as soon as I'm going to receive a booking by this form submission in Cognito Forms, and I want to create an invoice for that booking so that I could send it to my client, and when they will make the payment, then only I will be providing them the services, otherwise not. So in order to automate this entire process, I will have to build the connection between Cognito Forms and QuickBooks, and that I'm going to do without any coding and any programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So let's get started quickly. This is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect/INR. After coming over here, we will find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button. It will help you to create a free new account just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you're going to receive 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I'm going to click on sign in. This is the All Apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on Access Now. Now it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. On this dashboard, we can find all the workflows which we have created. And to save the workflows, we can also create separate folders like this. Now to create a new workflow, let's click on this Create Workflow option. Now to create a new workflow, let's click on this Create Workflow option, and over here a dialog boxes appear in front of us. It is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let me provide a name. Create Quickbooks Invoice on Cognito Forms submission. After giving the name, now I'm going to select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. So you can see I have a list of folders among these because the automation which I'm going to create is related to financial management. So I'm going to select that same, and now I'm going to directly click on Create. As we have done that, a new screen is open in front of us. The screen contains two windows. We have trigger and actions over here. So trigger and action are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation works. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now, let's suppose my objective is that as soon as I'm going to receive a new form submission by a client in Cognito Forms, then automatically an invoice should be created for that client, for that service in QuickBooks. So for that, I will take Cognito Forms in trigger and QuickBooks in my action step. When we are going to set up the connection between these applications, then we will see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the form is submitted in Cognito Forms, then only the invoice will be created in QuickBooks, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us start creating our automation step by step. To start with the process, first of all, we will go towards our trigger step and we will select our trigger application over here. So first of all, we have to select the application by using which we want to start the workflow. So over here, my trigger application will be Cognito Forms because I want that as soon as I'm going to receive a new form submission in Cognito Forms, then my workflow should start. So Cognito forms will be our trigger application. Then we have to select the trigger event, that will be new entry. That means on the happening of which event in Cognito Forms you want to start your workflow. So here I want that when a new entry, that means a new form submission will be made in Cognito Forms by a client, then my workflow should start with the response of that form submission. Okay, so here we have selected the trigger application and the event, and you can see we have received a webhook URL. So basically we have to follow the given instructions over here step by step carefully to insert this webhook URL inside our Cognito Forms, and then the webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for transferring the data of every new entry in Cognito Forms towards Pabbly Connect, and in this way we are going to build this connection. So let's copy the webhook URL. First of all, I will take you towards Cognito Forms, and this is the form which I want to connect with Pabbly Connect, freelance digital marketing inquiry form. So you also have to select the specific form which you want to connect with Pabbly Connect account, and if you have not created the form, you have to first of all create it. After completing the form by adding all the fields which you want in your form, you have to scroll down and you will see the option of post JSON data to a website. You have to first of all turn it on by toggling it right, and you can see we have submit entry endpoint over here. So we have to paste a webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect in this field. As we have done that, just that's it. Our connection between Cognito Forms and Pabbly Connect is built. So let's save this connection. And as we have done that, the changes are saved and the connection is successful. Now it is showing waiting for webhook response in Pabbly Connect. This means that now we have to do a test submission in order to capture the response. How we are going to do that? By simply making the new entry in Cognito Forms. To make this new entry, once again, I will take you towards my Cognito Forms account. We have already saved the changes. So let's go towards publish so that we can publish the form. So here the form is published and we have the shareable link of the form. So I'm going to open it in a new tab. And in front of you with some dummy details, I'm going to submit this form. As soon as I will do that, the response of the form is going to be captured in Pabbly Connect instantly because we have already connected this form with Pabbly Connect. So let's start with the name. Let's say the name of the lead who is submitting this form is Good, and let's say the last name is Lead, Good Lead. Let's say the email is good23@pablitudes.com, and let's say the phone number is this. All right, now we have to select the services. So here first of all I'm going to select the service that will be, let's say, graphic design. Now I'm going to select the city, let's say Pune, and I will submit the form. As soon as we have submitted the form, let's go back towards Pabbly Connect. We will wait for a few seconds and you can see that the response is captured. In the response, we have received all the details. So let's start reading them one by one. First of all, we have received the type of service in which the client is interested. Then we have received the name of the lead, full name as well, and also we have received the separate names, first name and last name. We have the phone number of the client, we have the ID. Okay, then we have the form name. When we'll scroll down over here, we have their email address as well and the city. This means our connection between Cognito Forms and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful because we have received the exact details which we have submitted in the form. So now every time the form will be submitted by a new client from the website, automatically the response of that form is going to be captured in Pabbly Connect. Once we have submitted this form, our objective is to create the invoice for this customer or for this client. But before creating the invoice, we have to first of all create the customer in Quickbooks. When we will create the customer, for that customer, then we are going to create the invoice. So for that, we have to build the connection between Quickbooks and Pabbly Connect. Let's go towards our action step and let us select our action application as Quickbooks. After selecting the action application, then we have to select the action event. First of all, we need to create a customer before creating the invoice for the customer. So create a customer will be our action event. First of all, now let's click on connect. To build the connection between Quickbooks and Pabbly Connect, you can see here we have two options, add new connection and select existing connection. You have to make sure before making this connection that you are already logged into your Quickbooks account. Okay, and if you already have an existing connection, you can just go with that. But I'm going to show you that how you have to create a new one. So to create a new connection, you have to go towards add new connection. You will click on this connect with Quickbooks Online. And you can see that because I was already logged in, so my authorization has become successful and the connection between Quickbooks and Pabbly Connect is built easily. Now let's move forward. Here it is asking us the display name, the first name, the last name, and all the details of the customer. And you know, we want to create the customer to the same person which we have received in our Cognito Forms response. So we are going to use the same response, same details which we have received in our earlier step. So instead of entering the details manually, let's map that. Mapping is inserting data from the previous step. You can see this is my previous step. When I'm going to search for the first name, you can see here it is. When I'm going to select it, it is inserted and we have mapped this name. So when I've mapped this name, it has become dynamic. That means with each and every new response, automatically it is going to replace. So every time a new form is going to be submitted by a new client in Cognito Forms, the response is going to be captured, and this name is going to replace with a new name of that new response. And in this way only we are going to automate the entire process with the help of mapping. Instead of this, if we will enter the data manually over here just by typing or by copy and pasting, then that data will become static and it is not going to replace them. Therefore, mapping is very important. All right. Now, it is asking us the middle name. If you do not want it, you can just ignore it. I'm going to directly map the last name of the lead. Okay, if you want to provide any title, you can enter it, suffix, company name, phone number I have received. So I'm going to map the phone number. Then we have the email. So let's map the email of the lead. And done. So now I'm going to directly click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we have received the response. Along with this, we have also received the customer ID. As you can see, this means that the customer is successfully created with the name as Good Lead. So now I'm going to take you towards my QuickBooks account. We will go towards the customers and lead section and we will go towards customers. And here you can see that yes, Good Lead is created. This is the customer. Okay. So now I'm going to create the invoice for this lead, for this customer. So we'll click on this Add Action Step button quickly. We will select our action application as QuickBooks once again. And we will select our action event. So our action event over here will be to create an invoice. So create an invoice will be our action event. Let's click on connect. And because we have already built the connection earlier, so let's go with the existing connection only. All right, so the connection is built. Now we have to move forward. So first of all, we have to map the customer ID over here. And because it is already selected from the drop down, it has become static. We have to make it dynamic by mapping. So let's turn this mapping button on. And here we will simply delete the existing data. You can see we have received the customer already in our earlier response. We have also received the customer ID. So let's simply map the customer ID from the previous step only. And as we have done that, the customer ID is mapped. Okay. So it is going to replace every time with every new response. Now you'll map the email of the customer. So here we have the email. Then you can see here we have the address and I have not received that. So I'm going to ignore this field. I have received the city. So I'm going to map the city over here. Then when we'll scroll down over here, we have other details such as class, sales terms, deposits, etc. So here I'm going to map the details one by one. If you want to provide any due date to your invoice, that on this particular date the payment should be received, so you can provide it in the given format, that is in year, month and the date format. I do not want to use the due date option, so I'm going to ignore this field for now. Let's move forward. Here we have to enter the type of the service, so I'm going to select sales line item detail. Then you have to provide the description. So the description is the graphic design. Then here we have the quantity. I'm going to select only one quantity over here because this is a service. We have the unit price item, and because in my case I am providing services, so this field will be ignored. All right, then here I'm going to provide no tax code over here, that I'm not using any tax. Okay, line item product. So here I'm going to select sales. When we'll scroll down over here, we have the amount. So over here, I have three kind of services in my freelancing business. Okay, I'm providing three services. These are search engine optimization, graphic design and content creation. For each of them, the fees is same, that is 20,000. But in your case, you can select different amounts as well, and you can map them by taking them from the previous response only. Here I'm going to enter 20,000 manually because it is going to be same for every service. Then we have line item discount percentage. I'm not providing any discount, etc. So I'm going to ignore these fields. Now I'm going to directly move forward. And here I'm going to select the tax code, that will be none. And directly I will click on Save and Send Test Request button. But before that, I'm going to select the INR, that is the currency. Okay. Now, when I've clicked on the Save and Send Test Request button, it is showing customer ID is required. As you know, we have already mapped the customer ID, but then it is showing that it is required. That means there is a technical glitch. So what I will do, I will simply refresh the fields. And as I have done that, you can see that the customer ID is disappeared. So I'm going to once again map it. And we will wait for a few seconds. And now, when we have done that, let's go back. And we'll click on Save and Send Test Request button once again. And you can see here we have received the response. In the response, we have received all the details of the invoice. That means the invoice is created. So now I'm going to open the invoice link which we have received in a new tab. And you can see that here we have the invoice. Now I'm going to take you back towards my QuickBooks. And here you can see that here we have the invoice. This means our connection between Cognito Forms and QuickBooks is absolutely successful. And now every time a new form will be submitted in Cognito Forms, automatically an invoice is going to be generated. First of all, the customer will be created, and for that customer only, the invoice is going to be generated automatically in QuickBooks. So in this way, you will be able to manage your finances easily and effortlessly. So I hope this automation is clear to you. Also, it is helpful for your business. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.